We follow on directly from the last episode's games. It's crunch time. It's the last episode of the season. Can we get a win on camera today? We've got Wolves. We've got Watford. We got our destiny in our hands. We could potentially finish 8th. We could potentially not. We've been up there all season. Can we get over the line, or is our poor form going to come back and haunt us? Find out today in the last episode of Season 2. What is happening, guys? My name is Adam, I am a Super Swan, and welcome to episode 22 of the Saving Swans series, and it's nearly the end of the season. So as you can see from the table here, we have got 2 games to go, and all the other teams have played before us. So as you can see, Spurs lost their game over us. They lost 3-1 to Aston Villa, who are 19th in the table. So if we can beat Wolves today, which is a tall ask of our recent form, we can put 3 points between us before the last game of the season, which means we only need to draw our last game, which is against Watford at home. So a draw would be enough to secure 8th place in the league, which would be a fantastic achievement for what we've done at the club this season there. So this time last year, we were celebrating the fact that we'd stayed up in 13th place. This year, my head is in my hands. Just please let us win on camera. Please let us win. So, our next attempt is going to be away from home at Wolves. We're going to go defensive. And I feel I've made a few tweaks here and there. Fosu Mensah is going to come in at right back. Because I don't think Young's been playing that well. I've looked at the average rating. It's not been, I've been doing some data mining. I've been diving into the stats to try and find why we're not performing here. So we're going to Mawson. I'm going to bring Lascelles back into the team. Mawson, Lascelles, Rika, Laurenti is going to be holding mid. Mesa, Sanderberg in their preferred positions. Stuani on the right, Johnny on the left. He's going to get a second chance. Jordan, AU up front. So pretty much I've gone back to the same first team as I'm usually used to. But I believe we have a chance. We just need that win. If we can get that win, that'll put us 3 points ahead of Spurs. And all of a sudden, we are looking good. We're 16th in the form table, apparently. Do I prove a point? Yes, we'll do that. I'll trust my assistant. So we're going to get the game underway. We are away from home, though, and our away form is terrible. But I have confidence. So as per usual, counter-attack away from home. Depending on the stats, that might change as we go along. But I'm hoping we can get some results here. Just think if we can get 2 wins in the last episode to secure 8th place, because we're not going to get higher than 8th now. Liverpool have gone on a bit of a run, but Wolves look like they're on the attack. Cardabea is going to have a shot. Oh, unlucky. That was a decent shot from Wolves. So they've had a majority of the possession, 55%. You know, we've had 2 shots both off target though, so we are threatening. We are getting the shots in. Johnny's going to whip one in. Mawson with a header. Laurenti! And it's a low drive. And Marcus Laurenti gets the first goal of the day. And that's his first Swansea City goal, apparently. What a time to grab one. Decent finish as well. Get in there, Marcus. We're going to encourage the team, if it'll let me. Come on, boys. We've had all the shots in this game. I mean, Wolves are 17th place in the league. We are 8th. We need to show them why. Sanderberg whips one over the top. Doesn't get there. But Wolves are now going to maybe start their own counter-attack. Margaman in the middle. To Cartabia. And I'm probably mispronouncing these names horribly. Leaves it all for Calvero, but Mawson clears. Mawson gets rid. So this is a bit of a long highlight, and we always know that if it's a long highlight, it normally means it's a goal. Stop it! Stop saying things that are going to be true! I just jinx myself constantly! I jinx myself constantly. Always, if it's a long highlight, it normally means there's going to be a goal somewhere. And they whip one in. And it's a hell of a finish. And it's 1-1. And we need to win here. That's their first shot on target. Come on, game. They really don't want us to win this game, do they? They are holding out that win. But, come on, boys. Right, so they're saying that Lascelles is injured. Is he injured? No, he looks okay. 81%. I'm going to bring Johnny off. I'm thinking of... I mean, I haven't talked about summer transfers yet. Obviously, it depends on the budget we're going to be given. But I am thinking maybe a new left winger. Because Johnny just isn't doing it for us. I'm also thinking a left back as cover for Rika. Push forward. Come on, boys. Apart from that, I mean, maybe a new striker? I'm going to go attacking. We're going to go attacking, boys. We're going to do it. As far as subs go, I think I'm pretty good on subs. What's the possession like? Maybe shouldn't go control, to be honest, but we'll see what happens. So are we going to see anything here? The game's just slowing itself down. Right, so I don't think controls will work in. We're going to go attacking. We're going to go for the game. We're going to bring on... Who's not playing that well? Sanderberg, 6.9, 6.7. We're going to move AU onto the right. We're going to bring on Boney. You can be... no, you be complete forward. Because target man, we're going to be whipping balls in. And I don't want to whip balls in. I just want to push up, to be honest with you. Defensively, we're looking alright. So I think we're going to go for it, boys. We're going to go for the win. We need the win. Come on. It was a highlight. I'm going to demand more if I can. Lorente. Sanderberg. Come on, boys. AU switches position onto the wing. He tries to find Boney, but Boney's not going to make the run there. Carvalho to Ruben Neves. Come on, don't concede now. Oh, it comes off them. Oh, that's alright. It's back to us. We got the ball. Borja Lasso. Whips the ball. First ball in. Boney. Boney's away. Oh, Boney. Oh, he was one-on-one. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky. And it looks like it's going to be a draw. So still we haven't got the win. And it's going to go down to the last game of the season. But to be fair, we're 1 point ahead of Spurs. So we've got big picture, guys. Look at big picture. We're still a point ahead of Spurs. Final whistle. Swansea City won't believe they've only drawn that. Disappointing performance. So with the search for the win continues. But, like I say, big picture. Okay, we haven't won. But we're a point ahead of Spurs. And that's what matters. The 8th place is in our hands. As long as we better Spurs' result, because if they win and we draw, they go ahead of us. So we've got to better their result or match it. Who have they got the last game of the season? So if we look at fixtures, they've got Liverpool at home, and Liverpool are high flying, so they've got a tricky game. We've got Watford at home, and like I say, the form isn't on our side. How can I see form? Can we see form? Team overview. Isn't there a form league somewhere? I'm probably missing it. Form. Ah, here we go. Form. So yeah, if we look at form, we are like down there. Wolves are worse form than us, and they beat us. Well, they drew against us. What's Watford's form like? Oh, they're slightly ahead of us. So, you know, it's a winnable game, guys. And if we win against Watford in the last game of the season at home, we will guarantee 8th place in the league. So we're going to come back for the last game of the season at home against Watford. I will see you then. In better news, our under 23s have won their league. Fantastic. Well done, boys. We won it a couple of years back, and Huddersfield have won it a lot. So, fair play. Oliver McBurney, top goal scorer. He's still not really good enough to get into our first team, but hey, can't criticise the boys for that. Well done. So anyway, more important things at hand. Last game of the season, Watford at home. There's the team. We're going straight into it. No messing about today. This is it. I'm going to give my own team talk for this. We're going to give a passionate team talk. I don't know. I don't want to say any of those things. We owe Watford for what happened in the last match. I can't remember what happened in the last match. But here we go. So I'm going to play. We're going to pause it for a minute. I want to get the results up though. How do we get... latest scores. There we go. So we'll pop the latest score. We'll minimise the table. We'll pop latest scores there. We'll pin it there. We'll move that over here for a minute. Just so we can have a look. There we go. Can we move that under there? Yeah, we can. Okay. So we're going to keep an eye on the Tottenham game because we need to better the Tottenham game. So, well, we need a match or better them, to be honest with you. So if we can match their results, even better. Or if they lose, then we get 8th place anyway. So we got a corner. Borja Lasso whips one in. Sanderberg. Oh, it's gone in! Oh, that's a mistake! Richarlison's on an own goal. That's exactly what we need. We'll take that. And how are Spurs getting on? Oh, we can't see now because the scores have gone in. 0-0. Okay. So it's a mistake by Watford. We'll take that. We will take the mistake. Come on, boys. We're at home. We can do this. Positive start to the game. We get an early goal. Jordan A looking a bit injured. You can't see because my fat face is in between. But Jordan A's picked up a knock, apparently. Oh, and it's 1-1 in the Tottenham game. So, we just need to maintain our lead. And we can get through this. Fosu Mensah. To Marco Rog. Oh, it's a good tackle by Holtby. I'll give them that. That was a good tackle. Eto'o. To Richarlison. Can he redeem himself? Crosses it in. Oh, Marika gets rid. Borja Lasso on the counter-attack. Come on, boys. We can do it. Get the counter on. Roque Mesa. Fees in Jordan Ayew. Oh, it's a good save by Gomez. Yeah, they should have done better, to be honest with you. We had more time. But we're dominating the match stats. Borja Lasso. Marco Rog. Stuani. Oh, that ball could have gone anywhere. Could have gone anywhere. It's a very long highlight. I'm not going to jinx it like I did last time. Richarlison on the wing, but Fosu Mensah gets rid. Can we end the highlight now, please? I'm very nervous. Because I know what happens when we get long highlights. Marco Rog. Bombing down the wing. Oh, Jordan Ayew, though. We're still going. The highlight is still going. Sanderberg. To Stuani. Crosses it in. Jordan Ayew. Over the bar. Stuani's dipped in form as well at the end of the season. He started off so well. But we're still 1-0 up. We'll take the 1-0. We're dominating the stats. We've got all the shots. They haven't even had a shot on target in this game. We're doing very well. And this is what we want for the last game of the season. I'll take a 1-0 own goal as a win on camera. I will take anything at this point. We're going to encourage the team. Come on, boys. And it's still 1-1 in the Spurs game. But as I say, if we win, it doesn't matter what they do. We're going to encourage the team. Come on, boys. We'll have a look at the tactics about an hour in. Maybe make some subs. Marco Rog in the middle. He's going to find Stuani on the wing. He does. Tries to cross, but it's blocked. And Marco Rog's not going to get there. And Eto'o. Oh, and they've had one shot on target. Are they going to score this second? Surely not. Oh, but Eto'o misses. A 55-year-old Samuel Eto'o misses the target. And let's have a look at our tactics. Let's see what we can do to maybe mix things up a bit. Jordan A, you've been off the boil, mate. Boney's going to come on, who's also been off the boil. So I think in the summer we're going to be looking at a new striker. I said that last summer though, and I ended up not buying one. So, but this time I'm going to try my best. I think that's it, to be honest with you. There's nothing really I want to change to flexible maybe. Still don't know what that does, but we'll give it a go. So 71 minutes in. We'll maybe have a look in the 80th minute again. See what changes we can make. Richarlison to Chalobah. Or we can intercept that though. Rika. Borja on the wing. Is he going to find the space? No, he's not. He's going to backtrack. But that's fine. We keep the ball. We recycle it. We'll look for another way in. We're going to pump that over to Stuani. Stuani crosses it in. Okay, Mesa. Oh, it's gone under the goalkeeper. And that's a howler from Gomez. And Roque Mesa gets the second goal. And that might be the rubber stamp to 8th place in the league. So it gets out to Stuani. He picks a fine ball to Roque Mesa coming in from the box. Oh, was that a deflection? Or did it just bounce off the floor? Either way, it's a goal. We're 2-0 up. And at this point, it doesn't really matter what happens in the Spurs game. Oh, it's going to make some changes. But we got a corner. Lascelles. Oh. We could have made it 3. It could have been 3-0. What a way to end the season with a victory. And we're going to make some subs. Everyone's playing very well. So it's going to be a bit... sorry, Borja Lasso. We're going to bring Johnny back on. We're going to give him a chance to redeem himself. And I think we're going to bring on Fernandes for Alfie Mawson. Just to see the game out. And it looks like we're going to be picking up a 2-0 victory at home. To be fair, our home form's been pretty good. We've had a few slip-ups like the Burnley game, but we've been generally okay. Rika crosses it in. And is that going to be it? That is it. It's all over for Season 2. And we get the 2-0 win. How did Spurs get on in their game? Man City beat 7-0 against Wolves. Oof. And Spurs won the game in the 89th minute. But it doesn't matter. We're going to give a passionate team talk. A very nice victory. The team are chuffed to bits. And what a victory to cement 8th place in the league. Look at that, my friends. 8th place. We have we have deserved it. As much as our form in the second half of the season dipped completely, we did deserve the victory. And Man City did win the league. So unfortunately, Southampton didn't win the league. They give it a good go, though. But City did win. I've been linked with a Watford post, apparently. Not really interested. Mesa gets the victory for us with fine form. We get £24 million, which 1.4 mil is going to go out to the squad for finishing in that position. So let's have a look at the table once more. 58 points we pick up. I'm going to take a screenshot of that for later because that is an achievement. You know, okay, we did dip towards the end of the season. If we look at the schedule, we'll have a bit of a season overview here. So if the first half of the season, we didn't do too bad. You know, we beat Villa, lost against Spurs. We were picking up victories, then losing the odd game, mainly against the big teams from the looks of it. And then we had a bit of a nice little run of form here. So around about Christmas time, New Year. So the hardest part of the season, the Christmas and New Year festive period, we did very well. We've won pretty much all of our games there. We did very well. And I think the turning point was maybe here. The 2 cup games, I think, maybe was the turning point. Well, I don't know. We got a draw on Everton. So maybe, yeah, the Man City game. I think that's where the form started to dip. Lost 3 in a row. We beat United. Probably the result of the season, to be honest with you. Beat West Ham, who at the time were close to us in the league. And then from there onwards, we kind of dipped there. But the last 2 games of the season, we went unbeaten. Wolves and Watford. So we did alright. We did okay in the end. We cemented 8th place. We were round about there anyway. So we've done alright, boys. So if we skip on one day, I think we're going to get the team talk and the goal of the season, which I want to show on camera. We showed it last season. I think it was Key's goal was the goal of the season. Kurt comes down on the league. 7-0 against Wolves, though. And Southampton were only 4 points off. They've done very well. They got Champions League football next season. So AC Milan are going to sign. Oh, I was hoping it was going to be our Johnny. Yes, sign Johnny for 14 mil. And Baker Richardson, our young player who's on loan at Aldershot, has won the Player of the Season. Nice one. Nice one, mate. I mean, you're still not going to get games for us, but nice one. So if I go on one more, hopefully, we can get the goal of the season. So there's the final table. Happy days. Here we go. So we're going to get a few players inducted to our best 11, which, to be fair, is only a season and a half, so we're not really interested there. Roque Mesa wins Player of the Year for a second year in a row. Fair play to him. He's deserved it, to be fair. Stuani second, Jordan Ayew third. Timo Horn is 100% signing of the season. He has saved us so many points. And Jordan Ayew's goal, and I think this was the Carabao Cup, I believe. But let's have a look here. Yeah, it must have been the Carabao Cup. Borja Baston was playing for us there. Jordan Ayew runs on goal. That's not that good of a goal, if I'm honest with you. But apparently that's the goal of the season. That's the goal of the season. So, season review. Swansea will look back on the season as a job well done as they impressed sufficiently to break clear of mid-table obscurity and announce themselves as a club on the rise, finishing above their expectations. The Swans are one of the competition's feel-good stories, defying expectations, and, owing to an impressive spell of form between December and January that saw them move into 7th place, which we kind of seen, we're able to celebrate a job well done. Match of the season, 4-1 against Villa in the Premier League. Was that first game of the season? Was that the first game of the season? The first game of the season. The first game of the season was the match of the season. And the moment to forget was the Bournemouth game. So yes, we used 22 players overall, which is not that many, but which kind of says our team picked itself, to be fair. Dynamics very good. Right, so we're going to have our meeting at the end of the season. So as far as next season's concerned, I think mid-table. We just got to carry on mid-table. So, let's have a look. Should we go mid-table? Or top half? Top half. Yeah, we can do top half. We can finish top half. Fantastic. And for whatever, this happened last season. All of a sudden, some players just went right down the bottom. But that's fine. No problem. So, I think that's going to be it for the season. I think the only thing I need to announce is the budget. So what I might do is I might skip ahead a little bit till we get the budget. Just so that you guys know, going into next episode, when we start season 3, what we've got to work with here. If nothing happens, I'll just come back and do a sign-off with anything interesting. So, I'll cut out for a little bit, and we'll get to the last little bits and bobs, just to tie up season 2. I didn't have to wait long for the announcement, guys. It was literally the next day they told us. But the board have set an initial wage budget for the coming season of 1.6 million per week on wage budget and almost 40 million to spend in the summer. Which, if I look at finances, there's the budget. So we're currently spending 1.3 because obviously players are going to be leaving and off the contract, off the books. So we got a nice wage budget and a nice transfer budget to play with there. So not too bad there. So also, right, prepare yourself for this, guys. There's been an announcement to expand the stadium. I've already read it, and I feel as if you guys, I cannot tell you how massive this is going to be for the club. Because obviously we need to put ourselves up there with the likes of Man United, Tottenham, Liverpool, all the big stadiums. We need to be up there. So, this is what the board have done. 50 seats. Yes, that's going to bring in so much income. Although, it's going to cost 250 grand. What on earth? I think this happened last season. Right, hang on. Calculator. £250,000 divided by 50. £5,000 a seat. What? How much are we charging these people? Are these like VIP seats or something? That's unreal. But 50 seats, boys. 50 seats. We're going to get extra 50 fans in. That's going to transform the club. And we're going to be up there with the big boys. And we've also kept our Category 2 youth rating. So, we've done alright. 9 million for our youth. But, we need as much... If we can get some good youth intake in. I can't remember if I've shown the youth intake, to be honest with you. But there are 2 players in my youth team that I'm really excited about. We've got Ross Pugh, who's a centre-back. He's being tutored at the moment, I think, by somebody. But potential 5-star ability. And we've got Ryan Taylor, a winger. He's a winger. Might try and... Is he left-footed, so he can't really be an inside forward. Might try and train him on the right if I can. But he's another one we're excited for. Decent stats, to be honest with you. And he's 4.5-star potential ability. So it's going slightly off tangent here. So the only thing I really want to talk about before the end of the season is the squad. And, are we going to be moving anybody on and things like that. So... If we look at appearances, so Stuani's made the most appearances this season, 7.12 average. Tail half of the season he kind of died off a bit, but, he was alright, he did well for us. He is 32 though, so, he is going to be getting worse and worse, so we might have to look for a replacement, someone maybe a bit younger. If we get an offer in for him, I'd be listening to offers for Stuani, to be fair. So Timo Horn, Rika, Mawson, Lascelles, they've all done very well. They've all got good appearances. If I maybe sort by average rating, that might be a bit better. So Roque Mesa, obviously, top of the board. He is our talisman. He is going to be, I think, if he's not a captain, he will be at some point. I can't remember who's our captain, to be honest with you. But he's up there. Leroy Fair, he did well when he came in. I mean, he's only 2.5 star. And he didn't really get 13 games, 6 off the bench. But he did well, to be fair. He did come up with some decent performances. So I might keep him along as very much a squad player, like a backup player. Stuani we talked about. Marco Rog came in, halfway through the season. He's kind of been a bit of everywhere. He is a bit rotation with Roque Mesa. So he's done alright. He's kind of, showed us why he's come in. Nordfeldt did well when he came in. When we played in the Cups, I think. Did alright, to be fair. Jordan Ayew did alright. So, and then we got Fernandez and Lascelles. So they're the 7.00s and above average players. Players who did poorly. Bartley, Britton, Lorente at a 6.79. Although he does play DM. And DM don't really get the recognition they deserve. But he did score that all-important goal for us in the last game. So well done, Lorente. As far as moving players on, Bartley, Britton, as much as a legend Britton is, he is 36 now. Although he is studying for his coaching badges, so I might try and see if I can bring him in as a coach at some point there. But he is dwindling down. Krukas, he's on the transfer list anyway. We loaned him out to Ipswich for the rest of the season. I'll get as much as I can get for him. And Boney, I think, his time's come. I mean, how many goals did he score? 7 goals. Granted, a lot of them come off on the bench, but 4 goals in the league is not good enough for a striker, if I'm honest with you. He's worth 18 mil, so we might get a bit of coin for him. Might be able to fund us a new striker. Look at the team report. As I say, squad depth-wise, obviously, right wing is going to be an area I want to try and get. Johnny's not been very good this season. He started off alright, but we might want to try and look into bringing in a better left winger, because Borja Lasso, unfortunately, one of our first signings of Saving Swans, is not going to be quite up to the bill, and Almiron's not really a winger, so we're going to take him out of the equation. Almiron, he did alright, to be fair. 2 goals, 2 assists, 6.97. He didn't do too bad. Got injured towards the end of the season, so I'm hoping next season he's going to kick on a little bit more. I think midfield was stacked. We're stacked in midfield. I don't think we need to worry about midfield going forward. Obviously, Mensah's going to be going back to United. So that leaves us. We've still got 4 defenders. I might try and move on Bartley. Maybe get some... if we can get a really good centre-back in. Might try and competition for Mawson and Lascelles. Happy with the right-back. Young's done alright. Hit and miss at times, but not really a cause for concern. And left-back is obviously... We've already got Rika. Rika has played well, don't get me wrong. 6.91 rating in the league. Played mostly every game purely because we don't have another left-back to play there. And then obviously Timo Horn is an absolute beast. One of our best players in the team. Hopefully he doesn't want to leave next season. So I think as far as next season, as far as transfer targets go, Right wing, left back, possibly centre back, possibly striker. All depends what's on the market. So that's going to be it for season 2, guys. As we say, we look at competitions. We did alright. 8th place in the league. Knocked out in the 4th round after a replay with Man City. And we got the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup. Thank you very much for tuning in for the whole season, guys. Please leave a thumbs up for the best season so far of Saving Swans. Next season, a bit of the same. Maybe try and go for a bit of a, try and get the Europa League. Maybe try and win the Carabao Cup. Maybe so. We never know. But thank you very much for watching for the whole of the season, guys. Next episode, like I say, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 4 PM GMT. That's going to remain the same. Next season, we start season 3. Thank you for tuning in. I will see you next season.